Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Friday, April 17, 2015. The question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. At opening on the markets though, markets lost almost 200 points. If we take a look at the situation here on the NASDAQ, on the Dow Jones, and also on the TSX. But since then, we had seen a slight rebound, right? But this rebound is still really minimum compared to all the points that we lost. So with this correction that we had in the markets today, the strategy that we have favored on MarketGurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days has been to reduce slightly our long positions and close even some of them. Why? Because let's take a look at the situation here. Let's take a look at the SPY, S&P 500. For instance, you see here the SPY is testing its 50-day, 10-day moving average around this point. So when we had this 200 points loss at opening, we were saying to ourselves, look, there's a risk, a probability that the SPY might even go lower to reach that support of 205. So why risk losing all the gains that we have made since this rally and continue to hold on to our positions until that support? So we decided to close some of our long positions that have reversed their upward trend. And if ever we have a confirmation of the SPY bearish momentum towards the support of 205, well then at this point, if ever we do have a stabilization phase and another pull back, that will be another opportunity to get back to some stocks and buy some of them at a cheaper price. So we're being just strategic here by actually closing some of our positions now to make sure that we can take all of our gains in our portfolio. And I'm going to give you some of them that we close on MarketGurus.tv. For instance, FOLD, we recommended that stock here on April 7. Since then, we have been able to take some profit. Now the stock has reversed its upward trend, so we decided to close that positions. Okay, we have a rebound, but it's okay. We're not regretting our decision to have closed that positions because we have this rebound, but we had to be strategic. Another one is Enteras Biopharma. Look, the stock has reversed its upward trend. We have recommended that stock as a buy, I think around this area. We have been able to take 1 or 2 rounds of profit on a stock like that. Now we have the reversal of this upward trend, so we decided to close that positions. So I think that's actually the strategy that you should favor on positions where we have a reversal of the upward trend. Concerning the energy sector, it's a sector where we still have a situation that oil is testing a resistance, which also corresponds to this 100-day moving average. So technically speaking, oil is due for correction. We also posted an article on our Facebook page saying that the OPEC expects the oil supply to continue to be at this present level, so the demand will be low compared to the supply. And this also will impact the oil upward momentum. When we have too much supply, not enough demand, of course we could expect a correction on oil. And concerning energy stocks, so far the sector has just begun a neutral cycle. There's no positions to close. The sector remains one of the best sector. It's a sector we should continue to hold on to your positions where you have already taken some profit, because we're starting to have the beginning of a neutral formation. Same thing too for the gold sector, where gold remains neutral. We still have some tensions in Greece. There's no agreement yet. However, there's a lot of talks that are expected during this weekend between Greece and the Eurozone members. So this should definitely give us some clearer picture of what's going to happen. We have the gold sector that remains neutral above 169.23. This is where the gold sector will confirm a bullish cycle. In terms of the breakout, we did recommend on marketgurus.tv a breakout in the sector on April 15, which was Dator Gold. That stock so far is still performing okay, maintaining its upward trend, so there's no need to close that long positions on Dator Gold. So this is actually the strategy that we have among resources sector, with gold in the energy sector that are actually forming and continuing to form a sideways formation. In the next segment, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at some of the news that we had. We still had also earnings season that continued, and I'm going to take a look also at your questions. Seems like you're kind of shy today, folks, so of course don't hesitate to ask any questions concerning your stocks. It will be my pleasure to answer them. So the news that we have, first of all, we had some news about China, where the Chinese regulators, what they're doing, they're evaluating how to, not evaluating, they will allow investors to short, to lend their shares to short. So on the short term, it will be negative. We might expect a correction on the Chinese index. The news was made after the markets were closed. So Monday or Tuesday, we might expect maybe a heightened volatility or a correction, because when investors will short, well, eventually there need to be some reversal to the mean on the Hang Seng index, right? At least towards 27,000. So this will be possible, but in the long term, it's good, because when you're allowed to short, you're also allowed to buy. This creates liquidity in the market, and it's good for the long term. Also in the Eurozone, we had inflation numbers that actually are growing, but remain still negative on a yearly basis. On the US, we had inflation numbers that grows 0.1%. In our Canadian side, we have inflation also that grows at 0.7%. Now let's take a look at some news that we have here. We have some news on Celanese, strong performance from Celanese Corp, even if revenues decrease. American Express, the company has been hit hard. They beat estimates though, but the thing with American Express is that first of all, they lost a partnership with Costco. They also lost a partnership with JetBlue. And American Express also, what they did is that they, in terms of their fees for their cards, it's still not competitive compared to other cards like Visa and MasterCard, which are more aggressive. So they're dealing in a tough environment though for American Express. GE beat estimates by 1 cent, revenues decrease. So all those companies that beat estimates though, all revenues have decreased. So this is also something that kind of worries investors. Okay, analysts have lowered their expectations, companies were able to beat, but revenues are not growing. So this is something, of course, that is impacting them. The strength of the US dollar has been also a major impact on the earnings season, especially for a company like American Express. Concerning Schlumberger, they missed analyst estimates for Schlumberger. However, Schlumberger, they say that they will eliminate 11,000 jobs. Wow. Concerning the Canadian side, we had some news on Pacific Rubles Energy. There's a rumor that their biggest shareholder, which is a Mexican company, will acquire them. and Kelt Exploration and Artec Exploration, they announced that they will merge, and actually Artec shares will not be traded on the TSX no more in the next 2 to 3 business days. And concerning real estate, there's this company here, Calorie REIT, which bought some shopping centers for $1.16 billion, and this will make them one of their biggest player in the shopping centers world and the Canadian side. So those are the news that we have. Now let's take a look with some questions that we have here from Paul. How do you decide to completely close the positions using moving average technicals? When the 10-day moving average crosses the 50-day MA, thanks, have a great day. Yes, this is also an indicator that you could use, because when the short-term moving average goes below a longer-term moving average, that's a signal you have to sell. There are some, at Market Gurus.tv, there are more things that we take a look at because we're managing a portfolio, right? And there are many stocks that we have. We also take a look at the situation of the market. So I'll give you an example. Let's take a look at FOLD. FOLD, look, technically speaking, the 10-day is still above the 30-day moving average. But the thing is, we're managing our portfolio, and we don't want this portfolio to have a lot of losses. So on this one, we didn't follow only the 10-day and 30-day move and 50-day moving average, because if we're following that, we will still have to hold on to that positions. But until when? We recommended that stock as a buy here. So if we had followed that, we had to close that positions until $10. So that would have been a big loss potential on FOLD. So I think for those reasons that yes, you can use the 10-day and 50-day moving average. This confirms that there's a bearish momentum if ever the 10 goes below the 30 or the 50-day moving average. But on that stock, why we took that decision is because we saw this all portion that has been reversed. So we decided to close it, because by the fact that we went lower than the 10-day moving average here on FOLD, we might even go until 1085, which will be below the price that we recommended that stock as a buy at 1136. So because of that, there's also this reason why we decided to close FOLD, because we manage our portfolio and we want to make sure that we don't lose that much money. But you're right, theoretically speaking, when the short-term moving average goes below the long-term moving average, that's a clear bearish momentum on a stock.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back, folks. So we have one questions here from Steve. Steve, you bought YFI at 22 cents 5. So you bought at the support. Steve, it's you have a bigger risk tolerance. The thing is, it's a good move because the stock is rising. So good job there. However, I think that whenever you make a 5 or 6%, take some profit, because this is where I see the risk on your positions. The risk is, first of all, I see that the stochastics overbought, has some room to go to head towards the oversold situation, which means that the selling pressure could bring your stock further down. The MACD as well is confirming that. And we actually have a clear bearish divergence on the MACD. Why? Because look, this top here, the MACD was around this area. While this top, which was higher than this one here, the MACD was around this area. So that's a negative bottom, and that's a clear bearish divergence. So if ever you're with the MACD, with the stochastics, we continue to maintain this bearish momentum, your positions could head towards at least this 30-day moving average around 18 cents. So this is why I think it's important that if you bought at 22 cents 50, whenever you make a 5-6%, be quick to take some profit on a stock like that, and make sure that you put your stop loss on that position as well. Where could it be? Well, I think it'll all depend on your risk tolerance, but if I see the stock going below 21 cents 47, 21 cents 73, there's no need to hold on to that positions, because the next target now becomes 18 cents, which is this 30-day moving average on YFI. Now, Martin bought GBSN. GBSN has been an explosive stock that we talked about a lot in the Market Gurus that in the last week, I think. So he bought at 413, sold half at 432, 413. Okay, sold half at 432. Oh, okay, during the day, and the rest at 419. Okay, so around this area. What do you think of this trade? Good trade. Good trade. Definitely, I have nothing to say against that. You were just quick to take some profit. You were not greedy. I think it was a good trade. The stock right now is still maintaining its upward trend. I would not say it's a buy on that stock, because it's a healthcare stocks and already surging by 15%. So there's a big loss potential until 350, which corresponds to the reversal of this upward trend. But I think you did a good trade on that one, Martin. Definitely, I think you can cheer yourself up for not being greedy, for making sure that you took a profit when you had to do it. And, you know, you bought it at 413 and closed the rest at 419. You only made 6 cents, but you didn't lose money. That's important. And I think you can applaud yourself for that, Martin. Now, ATD.B, 3 days from pullback. From 51 to 48.80. Yeah, that's what we have. So right now we're at a point where we might stabilize. That's still a stock that we have on our analyst choice portfolio on MarketGurus.tv. We are not going to close it so far. That stock is still making money though. So yes, there's a pullback. Would that be a point where we could have a rebound? So far, I'm not sure though, because we don't have buyers yet. We're coming on Alimentation Couche-Tard, but it's still within its upward corridor. So I don't know if you have it, but if you don't have it, I think if we could have a stabilization phase and a rebound, that might be an opportunity to get onto that stock at a cheaper price. But not now, as long as I do not have a stochastics that's toward the 30-40% range on Alimentation Couche-Tard. But it's still a stock that we have on MarketGurus.tv and our analyst choice portfolio. Now, Z, is Guru.tv suitable for trading with a small account less than $10,000? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know what? Every day on MarketGurus.tv, you have some choices. First of all, you have a choice to pick stocks for day trading. On NASDAQ, can we take out my picture, please? Can we take it out, Carl? Thank you. So on NASDAQ here, most of the stocks that we recommend are actually below $10, $20. So those are some opportunities to make money for day trading, Z, on those stocks. Also, every breakouts here on the TSX NASDAQ, you can choose. You have a bunch of them, right? Depending on the price, you can pick up the ones that you like on the TSX, on the Venture, on NASDAQ, on New York. So this is a menu, and you can actually pick up the best food you like out of the menu. So this is how you should see it. Now, every day also, depending on the market situation, we publish our analyst choice. Right now, it's not yet published because it's not the end of the day, but every day we publish that. So let's say that yesterday we did publish an analyst choice. Yesterday, if I remember right, we did publish an analyst choice. Did we? Yesterday? No, they were not yesterday. I think there was on Friday here, on the April 15. So we didn't have an analyst choice. So we had what? We had Detour Gold as an analyst choice on MarketGurus.tv on April 15. So Detour Gold at $12 with a portfolio of 10,000. We would say, it fits my price. I might get into a stock like that. But there's another position which is Oshkosh, which was trading at $50. That might not been a good fit for you depending on the price. But you know, you could have said, you know what, I'm gonna get in Detour Gold today because Oshkosh doesn't fit with my price range. So let me get into Detour Gold. It's kind of cheaper. So of course, there's a range of possibility. You can have a portfolio of $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. It doesn't matter. Market Gurus, you should see it only as a menu, as a trading tool that helps you have the best opportunities, and you pick up the best opportunities depending on your price range. So that's how you should see MarketGurus.tv. Now I'm going to show you a list of the best breakouts and breakdowns. Most of those stocks here that I highlighted with an S are all breakdowns. As I said, I don't think that markets right now are suitable to short if they don't make a new low intraday. So, but if they do, those short positions might be interesting. And as for the best day trade of the day, it's that stock here on New York, TCPI, that has been active. And the reason we like TCPI is the fact that it gave 2 entry points. We had one entry point at opening, another one here, and we just have one here on TCPI, $4 as an exit point. And as for the target for TCPI, if ever the stock reaches 452, you close out positions because that corresponds to the 100-day moving average on TCPI. So folks, I wish you all a good weekend. Thanks for your questions. A lot of them are really interesting. And never forget, the more money you make, the happier we are. See you next week.